Iran fired a barrage of ballistic missiles at Israel early on Monday as much of the Middle East remains in a state of heightened alert following U.S. airstrikes on 3 Iranian nuclear facilities over the weekend. Iran's top military commander has said his forces are now free to target U.S. interests in the region in response. From Tel Aviv, here's Trent with more.
Well, the latest ballistic missile attack that we saw here in Israel occurred around 9:30 a.m. local time, and it felt quite different in many ways to the ones we had seen before. A very wide geographic area with those sirens sounding right up in the far north, in Haifa, the country's third largest city, here in Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and also in the south. Now, what the IDF is saying is that there was actually only between 5 and 6 missiles fired, but they were spread out over a long period of time and a wide geographic area, as I say. Now, some analysts here are questioning whether the Iranians are trying to potentially find weaknesses in Israel's air defense system, or is it that they are using smaller batches of missiles because their stocks are now being depleted, both from their use in this conflict, but also as the Israelis continue to hit military bases where they are stored. Now, we did see one impact on the ground here in Ashdod in the south of Israel. It reportedly hit a power substation. Electric crews are on the scene, we're being told, trying to restore electricity to several nearby towns that lost power. But in response, the Israel Air Force now says it's conducting its own wave of airstrikes across Iran, targeting those Air Force bases as well as several fighter jets that we were seeing parked out on the tarmac. We also are being told they are continuing to try and find those rocket launchers that are firing off these salvos of missiles towards Israel. And we are also hearing they are now targeting the heart of Tehran, as they describe it, key buildings and infrastructure used by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard. Now, this, of course, comes as Israel and much of the Middle East remains in a heightened state of alert. That state of emergency here does remain in place, with schools closed, businesses have been shuttered. People are being told not to gather in large groups and to make sure they've got a plan of attack to get to their nearest bomb shelter if need be. But it's not just here where the state of alert is heightened. We also understand a number of US military bases, particularly in the Gulf states, places like Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait. Those troops there are also now in a heightened state of alert amid fears that Tehran may look to target some of those US bases in response to President Trump launching those airstrikes on Iran's nuclear facilities over the weekend. Trent Murray, SABC News, Tel Aviv.